All right, we're ready to get started on session 8 for the campaign. Isaac's not available to join us right now, so it's just me and Aaron at this point. All right, Aaron, you doing all right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go over statistics again for your character just to make sure we're all on the same page here. You're currently sitting at 25 hit points, 280 XP, 10 rations, and you're at level 3.
Yep.
All right. You're carrying 179 copper pieces, 70 silver pieces, and 24 gold pieces.
Yeah.
And you currently have no spell slots open, but you do have the spell Healing Word, just waiting to have a spell slot to be able to apply it to.
Yes.
All right. We haven't, and this one we haven't really addressed it a whole lot, but you have a letter in your possession addressed to a Ilgar Bicharion. He was Thad Bucharian's brother that you met on Dovland, the missionary that you met.
Yes.
You also have 3 silver arrows, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
My pencil go.
with that, we'll go ahead
Oh,
and get
continue.
started. So to recap last session, we had Gurth, Isaac's character, was on trial for disturbing the peace and causing some unrest. He was captured by the Reconstructionist Union, Marshal Herp Bridger, and the deputy Cole Hagerfast. And they had they had brought into custody him after the stable master filed a complaint that he was an adventurer. And remember, adventurers are a big no-no in this world, not very highly looked upon by people. You're still not sure why, other than some vague idea that the adventurers were the one. It was a band of adventurers that caused the uh I lost the word for it. The desolation. It was the You'd heard that rumor somewhere from the stable master that the adventurers were the ones that were the at fault for the desolation. So therefore, the world kind of just hates adventurers for some reason. Um, so we had the trial. Gurth was found guilty and sentenced to be indentured to the stable master for about 2 years until he paid his debt. He was broken out of prison by a group of individuals who said they worked for Captain Astor. Still not sure who that is. Not sh And Aaron, you know nothing. Your character knows nothing about that. You don't know that he's been
Yeah.
free. All you know is that he's supposedly sitting in this dungeon somewhere. Um, so he was freed by them and taken to some undisclosed location. We don't know where. And we're not going to find out this session because Isaac's not here with us today. You, Aaron, were approached by after testifying in Gurth's defense at the trial. The marshal and the deputy approached you, seeing that you had not taken their warning seriously about giving up the adventuring life and going your own way and uh, going away peaceably. They came and arrested you. You ended up escaping from them, had a little altercation between the two of them, and you ended up getting away. So currently, they are hunting you in the city, and well, I say city, but it's a small town. They're hunting you, trying to find you, um, and bring you to justice. And you are currently hiding, and you're trying to get around, trying to reconnect with Isaac, also knowing that you need to get out of town onto this task that Wintagon put you all on of finding the shards of the Autumn Star, reforging it, and then undoing the damage done by the desolation. Uh, you were told by a mysterious stranger that you had a few games of match with in the tavern a couple days before. He told you about a wizard who was a little ways on up the East Road, who would be able to help you out with that spell that you have currently that you're unable to use at the time. So that's where we're at now. Um, like I said, you are currently um, in hiding, trying to sneak away. I'm gonna say that 1 day has passed since our last session, so um, about approximately 12-ish hours have gone by at this time of you just trying to sneaking around, hiding around town. Go ahead and expend 1 day's ration, so that should put you at
9.
9 days rations. I lost my pen. Can't write that somewhere. Oh, there it is. All right, 9 days rations. Okay, give me just 1 second. Hmm. All right, so you slept the night away, in a gutter behind an old wooden shack. You're not exactly sure what's inside or what it is. Apparently it's on the edge of town, so kind of been neglected a lot. Looks like no one's been in there for years. Um, you wake up to a windy day. Wind is I wouldn't say it's not terrible, but there is definitely a strong east breeze coming through the town. Town is looking about just like normal. Only difference is you see there's a little bit of agitation. People are a little on edge. You can tell that there's people searching, and you're just trying to avoid any closely centered populated area. Give me just a second. You go ahead and do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna pull up the map of the town for my reference.
Um, so I'm edge of the town near the forest.
Um, yes. So you're. Hold on, my map doesn't want to zoom in. Yeah, yeah. So you're kind of on the. If you're looking in from the sea, you're on the right, the north rightward side of the town, kind of on the outskirts. And it's like I said, it's not many people are out here. It's
Yeah.
very neglected, and the people that do live here kind of just keep to themselves, and they don't really get involved with anything, anything major at least.
No. How far away am I from the East Road?
Um, East Road comes about, uh, let's say if you walk about maybe a quarter of a mile to the west, you'll probably come to the East Road.
I gotta go west to get to the East Road.
Well, about quarter of a mile. It's just on the other side of town.
Okay. I like to, skirt the edge of the town till I get to the East Road.
Okay. Do you want to do this stealthily or do you just want to do this normally?
I kind of like go further into the woods, but keep the edges of the town within,
Mhm.
sight. So kind of still deeper into the woods. But yeah, I'll do stealth.
Okay. I'm gonna roll two because they're actively looking for you.
20. Dirty 20.
Okay. I'm gonna use your stealth stats here just because I'm rolling for the town in general. Okay. All right. So you are hidden enough that they can't see you where you're at. You can see some people going around searching, not searching like too in depth, I guess you could say. They're still like they're looking, but it's more of like a passive looking. Like for all they know, you've skipped town. They're just pretty much following orders, just making sure you're not still there. And if they see you there, they're told to, well, we'll get to that.
Already. So I made it to the East Road.
Yeah, sure. Say about if you're going a kind of a through the woods a little bit, give about 10 minutes. Yeah, you get to the East Road. It's it's called a road, but it's more of this point because of how decrepit the world has become and how run down everything is. It's more of a trail. Um, you see old fragments of where a brick road used to be, but a lot of the bricks and stones that once made up the paved road are overgrown and lost to time. And there's like I said, it's very overgrown. So I mean, you can see the trail that people still use, and where it's beaten down and the remnants of the road, but the road itself is a part of a bygone age.
Okay. I'd like to start heading down the East Road.
All right, yeah, sure. So you're going down the road. The mountains are and the mountains are primarily to your left or to your right at this point. There's a few mountains directly ahead of you that it looks like the road is going to pass through. Um, Not exactly sure if that means you're going to have to go through the mountains or over the mountains or whatever, but you just know that there's going to be some mountain terrain coming up soon. You've still
Yeah.
got maybe 2 or 3 days journey until you get to that point. So,
As I'm walking, I want to keep my eye out for like an old shack or building
okay,
along the East Road.
yeah. See, the landscape. I said it's pretty lifeless. You get a little bit of wildlife here and there, but unless you're like actively sneaking down the road, you're pretty much your trampling is pretty much scaring the wildlife away, so you don't see a whole lot of them. But every once in a while through the woods, you might catch a squirrel or maybe a bird sings or something like that, or flutters over your head. But the woods themselves are pretty quiet. Again, not a lot of people, not a lot of things or obstacles or structures along the way. What structures you do see, um, like a building here, a shack there, looks like they've been pretty run down, like nobody lives in them. Mostly just ruins at this point because of how desolate the world has become and how much the desolation actually destroyed the land. Uh, Aaron, you've played Elden Ring, right?
No.
Okay. Do you know like the layout of it a little bit, kind of like logistically speaking, like how it's just aesthetically speaking, how it's set up a little bit, like you're traveling through this land that's pretty desolate and marred.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. That's kind of what it looks like. Like you can tell the land has been scorched by not necessarily fire or anything physical, but there's just evil settled over the land. That and it just lifeless. The land is, you could just say, dead. Like it's whatever swept through here, whatever evil caused the desolation, it's sapped the life out of the world. And it's just very quiet, very
Okay.
ominous. It's spooky. It kind of makes it feel much bigger than it really is, if that makes sense.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm just kind to, you know, as I go along, if there's any like shacks that are, reasonably still put together,
Hmm.
be looking for any sort of life in them, looking for the shack wizard.
Okay. Um, well, let me see here real quick. Um, yeah, so you pass a few old rundown ruins. You look around inside, but there's not really anything, nothing really with a roof that you see. You do see a few spots that looks like there's been people that have passed by recently, uh, like travelers or merchants or any people that have been walking down the road or just trying to get by. Um, why don't you go ahead and roll for me a um hmm, just go ahead and roll a I wish there was a such thing as a knowledge check.
That just be a basic like wisdom check or intelligence check.
Yeah, yeah, we can go with that. Go ahead and roll intelligence.
14.
14. Okay. So in your travels throughout the world, you've never really experienced a whole lot of this, but you do know that with the destruction that the desolation caused, that gave way to a lot of lawlessness in the land. So the land is very dangerous to travel, especially traveling alone, that you never know what you could come across or who you could come across trying to survive in the world. So that's always something that you've got to worry about is people. And uh, they're kind of your worst enemy when it comes to traveling the open world. But you go for say you walk for about 40 minutes, and then you end up walking for another 40 minutes. Pretty soon, about 3 hours go by, and you're still walking. Not a whole lot happens. You do see a large hoofed animal in the distance. He comes out on the road, kind of stops in the middle of the road, probably about, I'd say he's probably good. You're in a little opening area right now, so he's probably a good 100 yards ahead of you. But you see him come out and he stops. He doesn't seem to notice you, but he's just kind of looking around, grazing, and then crosses over to the other side. Um, there's a few birds, not a lot, but on your while you're walking, you do a lot of contemplating and a lot of thinking about your life and what you're leaving behind. You don't know how far the wizard shack is, and you don't know what all has in store for you with it, but you know that your friend is still back there, as far as you know, in prison,
Yeah.
to be indentured and forced into servitude until he can pay off his debt, which at the rate he's going is going to be a long time before he manages to pay it off. And you don't know him very well. You've only known him for a couple weeks, but you kind of feel like you've bonded with him a little bit, like you've gotten to know him, and he's kind of clumsy and not a very good social interactor, but he's got a charm to him. He's got kind of an endearing quality that makes him kind of likable, kind of a guy you like to have at your side, despite his oddities and his strange appearance.
Yeah.
So part of you kind of feels bad that you left him, knowing that the marshal's still there and most likely keeping an eye on him, and if he's still hunting you, quite even possibly going to be paying Gurth visits, trying to get information out of him. So a part of you almost wonders if maybe you should go back. Maybe you should try to get him out, try to at least make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
You come around the bend of a road and you've come out of the woods at this point. You come around the bend and you see a building with a roof still standing. A little bit of smoke coming out of the chimney. Um, you see a faint glow coming from inside. There's no windows anymore, and it looks like the back half of the shack has caved in. But there is life in there. There's something there. You don't know what it is, but
No, I'll walk up and just, lightly rap on the door.
okay.
Just like a quick,
So there's silence for a long minute, and then you finally hear a voice, just a small, uh, almost weak voice from almost like right on the other side of the door. Who's there?
a traveler.
What's be your business here?
I am looking for company, first of all, for a little bit, and I am searching for someone who may know a little bit about the arcane.
The door creaks open a little bit, and you can see a face. Actually, no. The door opens a little bit, and you don't see anything. You kind of looking, and you notice you look down, and you see a small figure, dwarven, obviously by his appearance, um, looking up at you. Like, we don't get many travelers around these parts, Sonny, especially one of your kind.
I do know that I am unique in that sense.
Well, come on in. He opens the door a little bit. Just for reference, this dwarf, he's got a white forked beard. So it comes down and it just kind of goes down into two forks, right around the chest area. He's wearing a long red robe and he's got a hood. It's not up, but it's pulled back. Um, and he's not carrying it in his hand, but you can see leaning against a chair is a black rod, and it's got a headpiece that looks like it's made out of ruby. So the inside of this, he's got a little fire in the fireplace, uh, a knapsack that he's got sitting next to the mantle, and looks like a plate of food on. Uh, it's not a table; it looks like a makeshift bench that he's put together. That's all you see in here. There's really nothing. Pretty squalid, but um, you can tell this looks like it's not a permanent residence. It's clearly just temporary. You get the impression that he's kind of a traveler too, that he doesn't stay in one place very long. But he lets you in. You step in, he shuts the door. He's like, "Me, take a seat." S-
Thank you, kind sir.
Now, and he pulls up a barrel that you didn't previously see, maybe because it's so small, more of a stool-sized barrel, just something really small that, again, because of your height and his height, you didn't really notice, and he sits down on it. The seat that you take is also really small, so you're kind of hunched down, almost like you're sitting on the floor. But because that's just what he had in proportion to his size. But he comes in, he says, "Traveler of the Arcane, what is your name?"
Jimothy Horl-fac.
Jimothy. I'm afraid I don't have a moment or two out for you. As you can see, I have a very limited means. He kind of motions to the room around him. The knapsack is, it's about the size of for someone your size, about the size of a handbag almost. But for him, it fits well right on to carry it on his shoulder.
I'm not looking for material items, more of knowledge.
Knowledge is a valuable resource, more valuable than silver and gold, friend. But
That I know.
pray tell what kind of knowledge you seek that takes many forms.
I seek to understand it better. I am a traveler and a learner. I left my home to do such that. I have learned quite a few many things of physical prowess, but of the arcane arts I have not any knowledge that much of. I do have few tidbits here and there, and even some object that one might consider magical.
Hmm. A half-orc and a quest for knowledge, and a knowledge of what he calls arcane. I do not think even one as clearly learned as yourself may be know exactly what that word means. Tell me, where, and he readjusts his posture, where do you come from? And what be your primary interest and hope of study? And as you settle in to tell your tale, he gets up and he uh, goes to Right next to the hearth, you see he's got some wooden cups, and he pours some water into them, and he hands you one of them.
Thank you. Well, as you may know, I am a half-orc, so from the Dying Lands and the Cursed Lands, as most people would say. Um, but I journeyed out from those lands to understand more. I've always been a curious young fellow, and my mother encouraged learning and growth of, knowledge and worldly things and of the things of the mind. But there in the Deadlands, there isn't much to learn besides survival. I don't know if you have visited there or know much of it, but
I
that
know,
is the way that side of the world is.
I know the land well.
Despite that, I already have some sort of, I might not say innate, but capability for the arcane or magic.
He squints at you. Pray tell, what when you use words such as arcane and magic, what be you referring to?
Things that cannot be explained very well. For example, when I am in combat or in battle or enraged, odd things have happened before. Give you just a few accounts of that. When I was a shipman on a fishing ship and we were attacked by pirates, I sought to defend me and my crew, and during it, black tendrils of smoke or mist exploded outward from me, attacking those nearby. Multiple accounts of myself being able to fling myself or teleport, of appearing from my spot here to a spot in the distance. I just wanting to, get better ground or move away, and then that just happens. I have had a strange shimmer around me that has prevented the blows of my foes or enemies from hitting me. It's just to name a few of what I've already seen happen to myself. Things that I truly cannot understand or explain any other way.
Hmm. What you speak of, words such as arcane and magic do not quite uh do not quite measure to the nature of what you speak. Uh, please, I ask, uh, please demonstrate uh this these abilities that you possess, and I might be able to give you better insight as to what talents you wield.
Do you mind if we step outside, as
Of course, of
I
course.
do not want to harm you or your encampment here?
Understand. And you get up. So as you're walking, as he's lumbering up, he goes and he grabs his rod and he's walking with it like a walking stick. And you're leaving the house. He says, "And so combat, you're a warrior then."
That is what I have grown and learned most in. It is the way of the
Hmm.
Deadlands and many of the ways of this world.
So you
I
guys get
wish
up.
not to kill, but just to learn and defend myself if the time were to come.
So you guys get outside, and you get a few paces from the house. You step, basically you step back behind the house, right there along the tree line again, and he points. Oh, he kind of just get you stand out there, and he kind of stands back a little bit closer to the house, and he waits for you to demonstrate.
Yeah, I will just begin a rage of just emotion. And let's see what I get. Necrotic energy bursts from me. Each creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage, and you gain temporary hit points equal to the sum of necrotic damage dealt to the creatures.
All right. I'm just gonna say, for simplicity's sake, you scorch the trees around you, and a lot of the grass just with it doesn't burn or go away, but it just visibly withers and decays,
Hmm.
and the trees blacken and the leaves start to fall and die. And this dwarf is just out of range, and he's like he doesn't really seem that impressed. He's kind of like just nodding and observing and taking it all in.
Hmm.
And
That's just but one of them that I've experienced. I cannot control what happens, but
cut. And he motions you to follow him. You guys go back into the house.
yeah.
You guys go back into the house. You take a seat, and he begins to explain some things to you. You call these powers that you possess arcane and magical. Well, I tell you that such things are fancies, children's stories. Such things do not exist in our natural world. We deal in matters of the physical elements around us that shape us and bind us and hold us together. These are the powers that those of my order possess. And he leans back a little bit. My name is Speragon. I am uh I don't want to proceed with this explaining this. I don't want to give too much information away. Hold on a second. Give me a minute to pull up some
Hmm.
documents here. I think I need this document and then it's been a while since I've looked through my notes.
Yeah.
So he tells you his name, and he tells you that this power that you call magic is not really magic, it's more of science. And then he continues to explain, I am of the order of the Red Sodality. I am sure that is why you are seeking me. You seek to learn of what we call the red light.
Yes.
Even though you do not fully understand what this is, you are a strange one. I have not met many, especially a tamed monster from the desolation, who have the innate gift of the red light uh, weaved into their very souls as you do. It is it is a mark of great potential in the arts of the red light. If you wish, I would like to perform a test.
Very well.
He has you scoot your seat closer to him, and he tells you to hold out your arms, kind of like this. So he takes his arms and puts them on you. So his hands are sitting on your wrists. So kind of like this. So you're almost like you're clasped, but he's not. you're not clasping him and he's not clasping you. He's just got his hands, the palms of his hands
On top.
on top of your wrists. And he closes his eyes and takes a few deep breaths. He says, um, should you pass this test, it will grant you control over the red light that you might be able to impart, harness this power, and use it at your own bidding and command. All right, Aaron. So,
Hmm.
like he said, this is how you open up a spell slot, the test that he's about to perform. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of this campaign when I explained the magic system, you've got 20 spell slots that you have, okay? They go all the way up to level 5, 4 slots per level. How these tests work is that every time a wizard conducts the test, if you pass the test, you open up one spell slot. It always starts with level 1 and then works cumulatively all the way up to level 5. So if you pass this test that he's getting ready to perform, uh, one spell slot for level 1 will be opened. So you will have that one spell slot that you can apply spells to if you so choose. So the test that he is about to perform, it is intended to prove to prove one to be of able strength, mind, and body to be able to harness the red light for themselves. And it's going to contest your ability scores. So for each ability score, I'm going to have you roll. Wait, no, you don't roll. I roll. I'm sorry. You don't need to roll anything. I need to roll for your ability scores. So you have, trying to read paper here, strength of 20,
Hmm.
dexterity of 15, constitution of 16, intelligence of 10, wisdom of 14, and charisma of, is that 8?
8.
8. Okay.
Yes.
So using those and the modifiers, I'm going to roll a d20 and I'm going to contest your ability scores. So
Okay.
you take your ability score, add or subtract whatever modifier it has, and you're going to contest it with my roll. If you succeed on 4 of these rolls, you pass the test.
Okay.
So we're going to start with strength. So I need, and I'm going to use your modifier too when I roll these.
Okay.
All right, I rolled a 14.
Okay.
So that does not pass. I rolled a 12, does not pass. So you've succeeded on 2 of these. That also does not pass. So you need to succeed on one more to be able to open the spell slot.
Okay.
All right. I did not pass intelligence either. I'm gonna go and just roll for the rest of them just for the sake of the game. Did not. All right. You succeeded that one. And wow, I rolled terribly on all of those. I need some new dice, I think. All right, so you passed. All right, so you can see the wizard. He's focusing. He's concentrating, and you kind of feel this tingling running up your arms, across your chest, down into your belly, and all throughout your body, and it just kind of spreads, kind of like a a warm drink, like when you first drink it, and that heat spreads all throughout. Feels a lot like that. There's a little bit of a tingling sensation, and then he opens his eyes, removes his hands. He's breathing deeply. That was impressive. You've proven yourself to be of great uh, will. A great power runs through you. You are strong with in the investiture of the red light. And I should say, when he completed the test, you felt as if something opened up inside of you, like at something opening up, but at the same time, a barrier that you didn't even know you had was broken down,
Hmm.
and deep in your soul, like there was some wall that you didn't know existed is now gone, and it's just flood of empty space that's in there. It's full, and this power that you felt going through you is invading that space. So, Aaron, on your character sheet, you can mark that you now have one level one spell slot. Um, Also, just some general rules for this. You can only take this test once per long rest.
Okay.
All right. So he's sitting back and it looks like he's recovering a little bit of his strength. Ah, you are an unusual individual. I sense great things ahead of you, as not only as a person with this skill set, but also as a formidable student of the red light. If you wish, I can send a word of recommendation to my superiors to help you along in your studies of this art.
I would appreciate that much.
Well, currently, I am on my way to Strattenheim to, let me get my notes. I wrote this down somewhere. To teach a group of prospective young pupils the nature of the red light. You, my friend, are well on your way. I have seen very few students, beginner students, with as much power as you possess. And I know that in time you will be a you could, with enough practice and enough effort, you could be a powerful wizard.
Thank you, my friend.
Now go in peace, and may the blessing of the red light follow you all of your days.
As for you,
Oh,
I'll
you get up to leave, but before you go, might I also give you some advice and a warning?
I will accept that greatly.
With the ability now to control the red light that flows through you, uh, much discipline is needed. These sporadic episodes that you say falls upon you in combat may dissipate, but your ability to better control these impulses and to use the red light and bend it to your will increase, and you can use it upon your own beck and calling. But um, to do so, you must possess the knowledge of the spells that govern the red light that we use to shape it to our own desires. Without these, the red light will uh, dissipate, and the red light will not bond to your wishes and to your will. It needs these spells to guide it and to shape it and form it into uh, actionable results. But I do warn you that not all spells are to be uh, are to be used or possessed. There are dangerous spells out there, and should you come across one of these and attempt to use it, it will destroy you. If you
Thank you for the warning.
if you wish, I have a small selection with me of spells that I may be willing to sell you, should you have the price. I do confess that these spells are very valuable and very rare, and they fetch a mighty pretty penny. But if you wish to see my wares, then by all means.
Uh, I would like that greatly.
Okay. So he goes over to his uh backpack, his knapsack, and he pulls out these scrolls, and each scroll is bound. He won't let you touch the scroll, and he won't let you unravel the wrappings. But
Hmm.
he does have each scroll has got a tag on it with the name of the spell. Now, Aaron, just for your reference, the spell it's not it's more of um a containing device for the red light. Like it's kind of like if you were to use an AI algorithm, you give it a prompt and it does what you prompt it to do. A spell in this works the same way. So you have the red light in you, this energy that flows through you.
Hmm.
You use these spells, and that the spell is your prompt. Like you
To
tell the red
guide it.
light to guide the red light. You tell the red light to do this, and you use the spell, and then the red light channeling through the spell achieves that action that you want. So kind of like if you had a cloud of daggers, for example, and that's the spell that you have, the red light on its own won't form to do that. It won't the uh I had it written down. The reality that the red light has intertwined with itself won't bend to do that on its own. You have to give it that prompt and you have to give it that
Hmm.
structure, guideline to be able to get it to achieve the cloud of dagger form that you wish it to do. So that's the point of the spells. So just because you have a
Okay.
spell slot open doesn't mean you can necessarily use the red light. You still need that spell to channel it and to shape it.
Yeah.
All right, so he pulls out these scrolls. He's got four scrolls for you. First one, the tag reads Alter Self. The price, 30 gold pieces and 13 silver pieces. The next one, Continual Flame, 61 gold pieces. The third scroll reads Clairvoyance, 41 gold pieces and 52 copper pieces. The last one, very special one, and he holds it with great reverence. Arms of Hadar, 17 platinum pieces and 77 copper pieces.
Mm.
Most travelers cannot afford these, I admit. These are for mainly for use in the schools in which we teach the red light and for students to practice and to use. And for those advanced pupils to buy. But you strike me as one that, although you may not possess the means of affording one of these, you are worthy of uh, possessing a spell of your own, should you have the means. But fortunately, I am not permitted to engage in charity.
Yes,
I cannot give you. My superiors would not allow it.
um, these are all quite intriguing, but I will thank you for your offer, but these are quite a price. I do, though, have something to show you that I have found upon my travels.
Please.
And then I'll pull out the spell scroll for healing word.
Oh, this is a uh, remarkable find for one such as yourself. Where did you come by this?
This was found during the travels on sea on a ship.
Fascinating. I wonder which of my brothers left it behind and where he is now. But I digress. This is a wonderful spell for beginners, especially for one such as yourself, who may be engaging in combat and in episodes of battle. Do you wish to learn this spell to be able to use it to the energy that you have just opened into your soul?
Yes, if you are willing to.
Okay. To be able to memorize a spell and to be able to apply it to yourself and to channel the red light through it, you don't need me or another of my people to to master such, but it requires study and it requires effort. And you must be of the right mind to be able to use it and to be able to gain the mastery of it. But I will teach you how to study and how to learn such a thing. Right. So, when you do this, after acquiring a spell, you have to succeed on a saving throw of my discretion. And basically, how I'm going to do this is a saving throw that more or less relates to the type of spell that you're using, but
Yeah.
it's going to be one that I decide. Um, so you have to succeed on the saving throw, and it's contested with a roll of mine as well,
Okay.
using your saving throw modifier. So we're both going to roll this saving throw, add the modifiers, and if you have the higher roll, then you now have the spell memorized. If I have the higher roll, then you haven't memorized it quite yet. So it could be almost instantaneous, or it could take a little while, just depending on how much. You can only do this once per short rest.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to try that?
Yeah.
All right. Healing word. I'm gonna have you make a Constitution saving throw,
Alrighty.
and it's gonna be contested with the Constitution saving roll of mine using your modifier.
Then I don't hang on. Does choosing a saving throw modifier change it because we're both using the same modifier? It's more of just a d20 roll against each other.
Pretty much. So yeah, yeah. So we'd both be rolling d20s using that saving throw modifier. So for
Yeah.
you, Constitution, your modifier is 5. So roll a d20, add 5, and I'll do the same. And then
I
whoever
just
has the highest.
in my brain, I just don't see quite as much of the point of choosing a saving throw when the modifier is the same. But
Mm,
that's just me.
okay. What'd you get?
I got total of 21.
I got 19. All right. So you sit down and you spend about, say, about half an hour going over the spell with him, memorizing it, going through it, uh, and just trying to get the hang of it a little bit. And with enough time, you get it down, you got it memorized. It all clicks with you, and just this flood of understanding and this sense of control over this flood of investiture built up in you. You've just got you feel like you've got a harness on it, like you've got it you're in your hand. You've got it gripped. So go ahead on your character sheet. You can write down heal for your first spell slot, spell slot 1. On level 1, you can write Healing Word. So you can now cast Healing Word at level 1 when you so choose.
And
Um,
that's is that like a once per day?
um,
Um,
yeah. So kind of the same way as regular D&D spell slot rules.
okay.
Once you use the spell slot, um, is it short rest and long rest
Depending
that they reset, or
depending on the class,
depending on the class? I'm just
or
well because I've botched the whole thing already. I'm just gonna say that either short rest or long rest, it'll reset
okay.
because of how limited you're going to be, especially at the beginning with how many spell slots you have. Um, I'm just gonna say long rest or short rest, it'll reset.
Alrighty.
So right now, with just the one spell slot, you can use this one spell for one time before it needs a reset. Now,
Yeah.
the thing about this is that you can mix and match spells. So if you have multiple spells, you can remove this spell from that slot and equip the slot with a different spell.
Yeah, that's very similar to D&D
Mhm.
because there's a few classes that choose what spells they use for the day.
Yep.
Like each after each long rest, they're like, "Well, I don't think we're going to be facing any vampires, so I'm not going to take sunlight."
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty much what you can do here. So yeah, if you've got two spells, say you've got Healing Word and Cloud of Daggers, you've got Healing Word equipped. After your short rest, you can swap the two. So you'll no longer be able to cast Healing Word, but you will be
yeah,
able to cast Cloud of Daggers. Now, if you open up another spell slot, you can apply both.
yeah,
And this will give you room to kind of, especially if you open up a whole bunch more, you'll be able to mix and match, and you can kind of create your own build, or you can create your own magic build, basically,
yeah.
with it. So if you want to be
I do have a
more,
question
yeah,
with this spell specifically,
okay.
and for spells in the future that'll have the same wording. This says that you'll roll a d4 and then add your
Ah,
spellcasting
yeah.
ability modifier. So how does that work? Is it the one that I use to apply the spell? Is it one of your choosing? Is it, one that relates to my class's main ability scores?
I would say it
'Cause
would
there are a
be
lot of spells like that.
Yeah, I'd say it relate to your class. So the class that you have, whatever the modifier would have been, you can use that.
Yeah, which would
I know
be Constitution for me.
Constitution. Okay, so yeah, you can use Constitution for that modifier.
Okay, so
Um,
I'll just put.
I'm gonna write this on your character sheets just to make sure I have it what you have equipped. Um, that was Healing Word, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then that's a con modifier.
Yeah, so I'll add +3 right now to my rolls.
All right, cool. So yeah. You can use that when you so choose. And then
Alrighty.
if you want to open up another spell slot, you'll have to find another wizard um after a long rest because you can only do that. You can only open a spell slot once per long rest. So you'll want to make sure so you have to find another wizard, repeat the test, find another spell, and then memorize the spell, which
Yeah.
is another test. So there's kind of a three-pronged system. You gotta open the modifier, or you gotta open the slot, find the spell, and then apply the
Equip,
spell.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then, like he also said, watch out for those dangerous spells. All right.
Alrighty.
And he sends you away in peace. So let me mark here that you've got a spell equipped here. And I'm gonna have you keep track of which spells you've got. Um,
Yes, I'm writing that next to my wild magic surges stuff.
gotcha. And you can still use the wild magic, but just keep in mind that you've also got this
Yeah.
investiture of red light under control now.
So it's
You've got a grip on it, so you can choose you can choose how to use it and when to use it.
to an extent, since
To an
my
extent.
class, when I'm raging, when barbarians rage, they can't cast spells.
Yeah.
Um, so I'd have to cast that after I'm done raging,
Hmm.
which still works well in the story.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, with that, you walk out of the shack, and like I said, you can feel that power now going through you. It's like a part of yourself has been opened up that you didn't know was there before, and it's kind of expanded yourself. So you're kind of like it's a neat feeling. It's kind of weird though, but just to have this influx of power all of a sudden that you can actually
Yeah,
control, that you can actually bend to your will. It's kind of remarkable.
yeah. Okay,
I
what
guess
next?
I guess a good way for me to help you conceptualize what exactly the red light is. It's kind of like the Force in Star Wars. It's kind of the same general principle with a few nuances. Um, like I said, the Force is a power that binds the universe together. It's
Yeah,
keeps everything intact, and it's kind of um oh, yeah, how like a law of nature more of anything else. It's less magic and more of science.
it's a
Um,
physical force
yeah,
that
this is kind of the
is
same.
unseen, but
This is
is
kind of the
there.
same way. So when you use the red light, what you're actually doing is manipulating reality. So you're manipulating the physical reality around you to do what you want it to do. So
Yeah,
healing words, so you're healing somebody, that's against the laws of nature. Like that's not something that normal reality should be able to do. But you're bending reality, manipulating reality to basically regenerate a wound, something that shouldn't be possible. Basically what you're doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now what? Isaac is still back in the town.
As you're contemplating where to go next, the wizard comes out again in a rush. I almost forgot. Uh I think my age is beginning to catch up to me. Uh, there was another visitor yesterday who stopped by, who had a message for you. He was an older fellow, had a blind traveler. He had a wrapping over his eyes. He could not see,
Oh,
but
yes.
he seemed to know who I was. He told me that I may find a half-orc and another individual with you, but perhaps he was mistaken.
Yes, our good friend. Yes. He is very mysterious and unique. And as of my friend that might have been here, he is currently held up in the town nearby.
Mm. Well, he told me to pass along a message to you. He said that your quest lies on the road ahead. A treasure lies buried beneath the sands of time. That was all he told me.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I, shake his hand and
He kind of
then
gives a little bow.
I will be on my way now. And then I'll head back towards the town, but at a slow pace.
Hmm. All right. Well, so you're going through. Um, Again, not a ton of stuff happens. It's very quiet. It's starting to get dark. Um, Hold on a second. Sorry, I was doing something there. It's starting to get a little dark, and you know you're gonna have to eventually settle in for the night. Um, do you choose to uh try to set up a camp, or do you want to keep going through the evening?
I'll set up like a small camp, just like, bedroll.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So you do that. Go ahead. We're gonna say this counts as a long rest. Go
Alrighty.
ahead, and you'll expend another day's rations.
I will use a hit die.
Okay. So you should be at 8 days rations at this point. You're using a hit die.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know what that puts you to. And remember, after every long rest, all of your hit die reset. So you should be back to full hit die after this long rest.
Okay. So that should be at 34.
34. Okay, that's one away from max, right?
Yeah.
All right. 34. Well, just in time, too. Because as you're sitting there drifting off into sleep, you hear a snap. Something behind you. Sounds like a twig.
I
Sounds like a twig
I
break.
bolt up, slowly reach for the shovel at my side, and just kind of wait, readying.
You don't hear anything. Make a perception check.
Yeah. I'm okay at that. Okay. 15.
15. You don't see anything. You slowly turn around. There's nothing there. It's quiet. You don't hear anything. Just the crackling of the fire in the darkness. Not not much. Not much there. Um, you can't locate the source of the sound. So you sit there for about a minute or two listening, and then after a while you just kind of lay back down and don't really think much of it.
Yeah, I'll scoot my bedroll up to like the back of a tree and kind of, rest with the back to the tree.
Okay. You end up dozing off to sleep, and you wake up. It's early morning. So it's kind of that hazy dusk time of day. There's someone sitting in front of your campfire, kind of facing you on the other side of the fire, facing you, poking at the fire with a stick. Looks like I'm gonna say he's a human, about maybe mid-30s or so, dressed in a kind of forestry garb, so a lot of green and browns, and he's just kind of squatting there, not looking at you, but you can, I mean, he's got you in his field of vision, but he's focusing on the fire. He's poking with it, but he can see you out of his peripheral vision. So he's poking at it. He's the only one that you see. Um, you can see he's got a rapier attached to his belt, but that's about it. You don't see. He does have a hunting knife. Um, it doesn't look particularly dangerous. It's got about maybe 2 days worth of stubble, and he's unwashed hair. It looks like he's not bathed in a few days. Um, but kind of almost a charming complexion about him.
Good morning, sir.
He
I
looks
do not
up.
believe we have met.
Ah, so the beast has awoken. What brings you around traveling these parts alone?
I am to meet a friend in the nearby town.
Really? And might your
Yes,
friend have a name?
I don't know if you would know it, but Gurth.
Gurth. So, take it that you must be Jimothy Horl-fac. Your friend is in Bentwalk Port, is that right?
I believe that was the name of the town.
Hmm. Well, that's very interesting because I just came from Bentwalk Port. I had a very interesting conversation with a couple gentlemen there, and they had some things to say about you. Some interesting things. They
Hmm.
gave me something. I thought you'd be interested in looking at it. He reaches into his belt, pulls out a folded piece of paper. He unfolds it and he hands it to you. Give me a minute, Aaron. I need you to check your Discord. Give me just a second to get this sent over to you. He unfolds the slip of paper and he hands it to you, and this is what you see.
Alrighty.
So, for those that are not able to see the message that I just sent Aaron, it's a wanted poster with
Sure.
Jimothy's
Let me.
face on it. It says, Wanted Jimothy Horl-fac under the authority of the Reconstructionist Union, dead or alive. A 300 gold piece reward, deliverable to the RU headquarters, Strattenheim the Boot. And in the top right corner, it's got the seal of the Reconstructionist Union.
They are
Yep, there you go.
sharing that. Uh,
Hands it to you and is like, see, you've been up to quite a bit of trouble recently.
Oh,
we'd expect this from, you know, ruffians or rebel rousers, but don't get many half-orcs around this part. Now, you don't see them yet, but you get the sense that you're surrounded, that there's people closing in on you. So, we
you
can
are
do this
right.
thing.
You don't see many of my kind up in these parts. We are few and far between outside of the Deadlands. But out of all of my brethren, it is better that you would stumble upon me than some of my brethren. They are not as outspoken or willing to speak in
Oh.
a conversational tone.
So I guess it is a stroke of luck then that we happen to come across a tame one of you beasts and not one of your savage kindred folk. Is that
If you were to put it that way, then yes.
it? Well, I think that's enough chit chat. He stands up and he puts his hand on the hilt of his rapier, but he doesn't draw it. Well, Mr. Jimothy Horl-fac, we can do this the easy way, we can do this the hard way.
I, as I have said, too, as I stand up, kind of just brushing whether leaves or dirt that's gotten during the rest. As I spoke with the marshal and deputy of the nearby town, I do not understand how traveling the world and learning is a crime. But
Doesn't matter. Listen here.
nevertheless, it has.
Pretty sure the marshals already explained this to you, so I'm not gonna do it again. What you perceive as a crime, and it's not what the good marshal perceives. The marshal, and really, I don't care what you perceive, and I don't care what you think.
You are just in it for the
All
money,
I
I
know,
see.
all I know is that you're a wanted thing, and I'm the one that's gonna turn you in. And at the end of the day, I get paid. The marshal gets what he wants, and we're rid of one less creature to scour our land. Hey, Aaron, I
I
want you.
wish not to do this, but
Oh,
as your blatant hatred and
Brent, this
Misconception.
is nothing personal between us. It's just business. It's just me on a job. I don't care who you are. I don't care whether you're guilty, whether you're innocent, or anything like that. I do what I'm paid to do.
Wanted to get paid. That
Hey,
I understand.
guys gotta live. It's a tough world out there, and there's winners and there's losers. And you, my friend, I'm sorry to say, you're the loser.
I guess I. And then I charge him.
Well,
So,
as you do that, I want you to roll uh perception.
okay.
What'd you get?
I haven't rolled it yet.
Oh, okay.
Looks pretty good. That is a 23.
23. Okay, you are aware of the 12 individuals that are surrounding you.
My.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you're also aware that they are armed with bows. Um, when
How
once you
close?
started, um, they're uh, hmm, they're just outside of your field of vision. Like you can sense that they're there, and you can see glimpses of movement, but probably maybe like uh 10 yards about distant that really snuck up on you. Um,
About 30 feet.
it ish, yeah. Um, so as you started to charge, they let fly a volley of arrows. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for them. Give me just a second here.
17 armor class.
17 armor class. Okay. Just trying to make sure I've got the weapon modifiers here for all that. Oh, give me just a second. Thought I had it somewhere, but I apparently don't. Uh, hmm. All right, there we go. All right, 1d8 piercing is how much they do. So I'm kind of just throwing this together. I didn't really have this encounter planned. Um, you said what was your armor class? 17?
17.
Why is it 17? I thought it was 15.
Because I have a shield.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you had the shield. All right. All right. That one hits the armor class, so it kind of just uh it catches the shield and bounces off. All right, one of those arrows actually hit. So, I know, dice rolls, right? All right. So that's 1d8 piercing. Take 10 damage of piercing.
Okay.
But also, you notice something else when it hits you. Something that you didn't quite expect. So that takes you down to 24. But in the wound, you can feel something leaching into your body. Go ahead and take
Do I
uh
make a constitution save for
uh
poison or
yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll Constitution save. Sure. See what you get.
that is a +5. That is a 23.
23. Okay. Well, you're still going to take half damage here. Take an extra 6 poison damage.
Okay, so 18.
All right. And the individual that you've been speaking to now draws his sword. All right. So they got the first round, or they got the first hit. Go ahead and you can make an attack, and then we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay. So first I'm going to rage,
Okay.
which does activate Wild Surge. You said they were all within about 30 feet of me,
Yes.
and you said there were a total, so there's a total of 13 people, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I rolled a 1 again. So each creature's in 30 feet of me take 1d10 damage.
Nice. I'm just gonna roll the same for all of them here.
Yeah, I can just roll it here because I got the d10 right away.
Okay.
That'll be 7 damage for each of them.
Okay.
And I gain temporary hit points equal to the sum of necrotic damage dealt to them. So 13 times 7 is how much I gain of temporary hit points.
13 times 7?
Which, because there's a total of 13, like 12 surrounding me and then the one in front of me, or is there only 12 total?
Yeah, there's the 12 surrounding you and the one in front of you.
So 13.
Okay.
So I have, holy cow, I have 91 temporary hit points.
It's multiplied by how much damage
Yes,
you
it
said?
is the sum of, so each creature takes 1d10 necrotic damage, and you gain temporary hit points equal to the sum of necrotic damage dealt to the creatures.
Okay.
So all of the damage dealt to them.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a lot right now.
So currently you're sitting at how many?
So 18 current hit points, but
Yeah.
91 temporary
Oh, wow. Okay.
because that one's really only good when you got a large group of enemies around
Yeah.
because you get results like that.
Yeah, I see that.
So it just turned into a boss fight
Yeah. Okay.
for you.
Well, yeah, for me. Okay, so that's your turn.
I still get an attack because that's a bonus action.
Okay.
So out the guy right in front of me, I will take a swing with my shovel.
All right. Go right ahead.
That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then he takes D8 plus 7. So he takes another 14 damage.
Okay. So you hit him with the shovel and he kind of bashes him across the face and he stumbles backwards. Didn't really expect such a strong blow right off the gate. Okay. With that, let's go ahead and roll the initiative.
Alrighty.
What'd you get?
21.
All right. Well, you're going to be first. So
Alrighty.
go ahead and make another turn.
I'll just, after I've swung across that way with the shovel, I like, rotate it in my hand and then go
Hmm.
for kind of like a second right across.
All right.
That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And that is 15 damage.
15. So you swing it again and you come back with an uphand strike with it. And you can feel his jaw and his facial bones just absolutely get demolished. So you pretty much just crush his skull with that. And he just flops to the ground. He's dead. He's out of it. Really didn't expect such a harsh comeback. So for XP for that, what did I say? 20 plus players level.
Yeah,
So take 8 XP for that guy. Should put you at 288.
88. Yep.
Okay. Now the other guys are still going to shoot at you. A couple of them are now drawing swords, and these are just regular short swords, so you don't have to freak out over that.
Yeah.
Since 17 was your armor class, right?
Yes.
All right. All right. So 10 of them shot arrows at you. 3 of them hit. So we're going to have roll damage for those.
I need to make three Constitution saving throws.
Just make one.
Okay. And that is a 17.
17. Okay. Give me just a second. Let me roll for the piercing damage.
Well, yeah, and piercing damage is now halved because I'm raging.
Okay. All right, so you're still going to take 6 piercing damage.
Okay. And that's already halved.
Yes, that's already halved.
Okay.
So is that subtracted from the
Six.
18 or is that subtracted from the 91?
That is subtracted from the 91 first.
Let's put you at 85. Now for the poison, what did you say you rolled?
All right. 17 for the save.
17. Okay. So, um, so it's halved,
Mm-hmm.
11 damage.
Okay. Put me at
74.
74.
All right. Now the other 3 that have not attacked yet, or the other 2 at this point, are going to run at you with their short swords. Give me just a second. First one's going to make his attack. Misses. Second one also misses. All right. So that is their turn. You are up.
To the first one who missed, I kind of, glanced down at him
Hmm.
through the rage and just kind of have like a sad look as my shovel comes down edge first.
All right, go ahead and roll.
That is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
That will be, that's not too bad for him. 10 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that'll be my turn because I only got one attack. I have my shield equipped instead of a hand axe.
All right. Well, in that case, um, hold on a second. Um, I'm trying to read some of their abilities here.
Ah,
All right. So that's their turn. So these 2 are going to attack you again. They are rogues, so they do get sneak attack because they are on top of you here. So they're going to attack. I believe that's with advantage, and they'll do an extra
well,
one. Well, because
sneak
they're both.
attack happens when either they have advantage or when there's another person next to them. I don't know if they get advantage because of sneak attack,
Well,
if I
yeah, but
remember the
they
rules of
they
sneak
are. It
attack.
says if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. So there's 2 of them within five
They,
feet of you.
but I don't think they get advantage. They get the sneak attack, but not advantage. It's either you do sneak attack damage when you have, um, or you do the sneak attack damage when you have advantage or
Okay, if you
when
have
there's
advantage,
a
yeah.
ally.
Okay,
within
so
5 feet.
they would just do an extra 1d6 damage then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they're both going to roll attack. One of them does hit. He is going
Okay.
to do a slash into your thigh with his short sword. All right. So that's 9 slashing damage plus 5.
So 14
All
down
right,
to 7.
14 halves, so 7 damage from that strike.
So 63
63. I thought you
is
were.
what I'm at now.
I thought
I
you were
was, or
70.
67, sorry.
Yeah, 67. I was gonna say.
I was thinking of
Gonna say
the,
pretty sure it's not that low. But all right, so 67 from that. Now the archers are all going to attack. There's 10 archers that are shooting at you. I'm gonna. How many d20s do I have to make this go quicker? I'm gonna roll 5 d20s. Oh wow. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, so 4 of them hit. Let me roll for them.
let me roll my con save. That's a natural 20.
Hmm.
So 25, if you're wondering the number.
So you would take 19 full damage from these guys.
And that's after the half.
Oh no, that's before halved. Halved, that'd be what, 8?
9.
9, right, because we're rounding up. Okay.
And then I'll be at
58.
56.
58.
56. Oh, yeah, 8. Sorry, I
Yeah,
was
58.
thinking 11. Math is not working today.
All right, so you're down to 58 temporary hit points. And let me see, what else can they do? Give me a second. I did not have this encounter prepared, so I'm kind of just going off the fly with it. All right, so the two that are currently attacking you with the swords,
Hmm.
they're going to use a bonus action to disengage.
Okay, so that
And
they can
then
just move away
yeah,
without.
and then they're gonna move back into the woods. Uh,
Alrighty.
all right, so that's what we got. So you're now
I
standing in
will
this little glade with your camp by yourself with the woods around you, and they're all within the woods shooting arrows at you.
I'll go after the two that just ran away.
Okay, so you go off into the tree line, and
Just kind of follow them directly as they move.
yeah,
And then attack the same one I attacked before.
okay,
Uh, that is going to be a critical hit.
all
I
right.
feel bad for this guy. So that is D8. When I score a critical hit, you can roll. Okay, so yeah, he's not going to be happy because I get a roll double, so that's 6 double or 3 double to 6, and then add another one, 13. He takes 20 points of damage.
All right, well, he's going to use Uncanny Dodge. So it's going to be halved. So 10 damage.
10.
Yep. So he's still on his feet. You hit him, but he moves right at the last second when you go to swing. So it's not a killing blow, but it still hurts him.
Alrighty, and then yeah, with my bonus action, um, yeah, that's it, because don't get much as a barbarian with bonus action.
All right. Sounds good. Well, the one that you just hit is going to attack you with his sword again. Let me see here. Misses. The other one is going to run up and again attack you. And if he hits, because his friend is next to him, he'll have a plus 1d6. That is a hit. So you're going to take 9 damage on that.
Have to 5.
Yes.
Okay, 53.
53. Yep.
Am I still in range of all of the archers,
No.
seeing as we've moved away?
No, you're not in range of any of them yet.
Okay.
All right, so now they're all going to attack you. So they're going to
Well,
lob another volley
that's
at
what I'm
you.
asking is like, are they all in range of me
Oh,
of
yeah,
hitting
yeah,
me?
yeah,
Because I've
yeah.
moved into the forest and seeing as there's
Um,
now tree cover around.
I'm going to say that 8 of them are still in range.
Okay.
Wait, do I have 8 d20s? Hold on a second. I've got 7 d20s. Let's start with that. One of them is a natural 20. All right, so 3 of them hit, one with a natural 20. So I'm going to do the 2 regular ones first, and they will also have a plus 6 added to them because they have friends right there.
Yep.
So one,
The
two.
con save is a 19.
Okay, so 17 full damage.
Then have to
So you're still having 9.
9.
Okay, so you're gonna have
Yeah.
9 from
For the
them.
next 6 rounds of combat, it'll be halved.
All right, so that should take you down to 44. Now the one that rolled critical hit on you is gonna make his deal his damage. So it's going to be doubled with the 1d6 if he's got his buddies there. 20.
Halved to 10.
Have the 10, so it should put you at 34.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see if there is anything else that they can do. Um, I do not think so. Okay, your turn.
Same one. Poor
Yep.
fella.
Poor little guy. Yeah,
That is a 19 to hit.
that hits.
Badly for him. But for me, that's another 15 damage on him.
Oh, yep, he's dead. So you bring the shovel down and you actually sever his head.
Yikes.
That really sharp shovel comes down, doesn't take the head clean off. It kind of comes in at an odd angle, so it cuts right through the jugular, and it gets right to about the esophagus and then stops. That's about as far as it gets. And then, yeah, he just kind of crumples. Um, all right, is that your turn or you got something else?
Um, can I use my bonus action to intimidate the guy that was right next to him?
Sure. So go ahead and roll
I guess.
intimidation, and then I gotta contest that, right?
Insight, yeah.
Insight. Okay. I contest it with insight.
And yes, you can test it with insight. I do intimidation. That is a 17.
He's intimidated.
And then use my movement to um, continue just away from that clearing and the rest of them
All right.
just
Now,
bolt
normally that would invoke opportunity attack on the guy
on the one guy.
that's still there. Trying to think because he's intimidated if it's still. I think it does.
Hang on. The rules, I feel like intimidated creatures
You need the
don't take
you
active.
need the challenge, so I'm just gonna say it does. He will have opportunity
Okay.
attack just because you're a
Will it
little
be at disadvantage
overpowered.
though?
Uh,
Because he's intimidated.
sure. All right, yeah, he misses. Swings wide.
And
All right,
then just
so
30 feet off into the woods,
off into the woods. Okay.
just away from the clearing. And then
Yeah.
XP for that last guy.
For which guy?
The, the one that I almost cleaved his head off.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot about that. Um,
Unless he's still alive somehow, which would be terrible.
5 XP.
Okay, so I'll be at 93, 293.
Yep. All right.
And then just 30 feet off into
Yep.
away from the
Good.
archers, away from the other guy.
I'm gonna say you are in range of one of the archers now.
Okay.
All right. So their turn. The one that you intimidated, he's um going to run away. He's out of the fight. He's gone. Um, so he is leaving, maybe to get back up, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe that'll be the plot of the next session. All right, so the one that you are currently engaged with is going to draw his sword.
Um, oh, I didn't think there was one nearby.
Yeah, when you ran, you ended up running into one of the archers. Is that the direction you wanted to go? Because you're trying to get to
So
them,
I've
is that right?
so with when the two guys ran away,
Hmm.
that was they'd use their full 30 feet movement, correct?
Yeah, no, they just ran enough in
Oh,
the forest to get
okay.
away from you.
Okay, so then yeah, I was wondering like if it was a full 30 feet, then I'd be like I'd be 30 feet away from anybody.
Mhm.
But yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so
There's
are
only
you
like one
wanting?
guy engaged.
Yeah, so are you wanting to
I
run
was
to the archers to try to take them out, or what are you doing?
just away, just like
Just
away from the archers, just
running
kind
away.
of into the woods.
Okay, gotcha. All right, but I'm gonna say you're not engaged to an archer here.
Hmm.
But they are still going to be shooting at you. There's 7 of them that can shoot at you right now.
Even through the dense forest,
3, 5.
those are some good shots.
Hey, these are rogues. 1, 2, 3. All right, 3 of them hit.
Okay.
17 damage.
Out to 9 again.
Should take you down to 35 temporary. Is that right? No,
25.
25. That's right.
Those at
Sorry, I
34.
lost count. Said 25.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So you are currently running away. They are going to be chasing you after they raid your gear that you just left behind.
It's just a bedroll and there's some.
Well, did you have your backpack on or did you leave that behind
Well,
too?
yeah. As I said, like last night, I only like pulled out a bedroll
Okay.
because it's just like quick like bedroll and then just like a flint and
Right.
steel to start fire.
Okay.
But
Well, your bedroll's gone now, so they now have it. Um, okay. So a couple of them raid your gear, the others continue chasing you. So that's actually, hold on a second. Can they do anything
it'd be
else?
their turn.
Yeah, I just made an attack. I'm gonna see if they can do anything else though. Bum, bum, bum. I'm gonna say that 2 of them use their cunning action. It's a bonus action. And they're going to dash at you with swords. So there's 2 more with swords. that
so that they get in range.
they are now in range of you.
Okay.
All right, it is your now your
Mm,
it is now your turn.
yeah. Who is in range? Yeah, immediately as they're running up, turn around, and then just swing back.
All right,
That is a 16 to hit
that hits.
and 14 damage.
14. He's going to take uncanny dodge, so it's 7 damage.
Okay.
All right. So you kind of hit him. He didn't really expect it, and the flat of the shovel just kind of hits him in the forehead. So he's got a big old. You can see the implant of where the shovel crashed into his head. Kind of dazed him a little bit. Um, but other than that, he's still on his feet. Um,
Alrighty.
the other archers are still coming around. They're kind of spreading out around you so as not to hit their comrades and to kind of encircle you again. The two that are right there fighting you hand to hand are going to make their attacks. One of them has a natural 20, and with his friend there, he gets uh sneak it or not yeah, the sneak attack ability.
Damage.
Sneak attack damage,
Yeah.
yes. 11.
Have to
6.
6.
Yes. Uh, should put you at 19 temporary hit point.
Mm-hmm.
Now the archers, I'm gonna say 5 of them have gotten around where they can safely fire. So they're going to make their attack. Also with sneak attack damage. 2 of them hit. And you're still having this, right?
Yes. Got 4 more rounds. My count's right.
All right, so full damage is 13. So have that.
Have
That would be
to
what?
7. So I'm at
7?
12 temp.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That is uh let's see. The one that you hit first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He is now going to take disengage and move 30 feet away. So
Okay.
you're only engaged to one now.
He is going to be getting the worst headache
Fair
in
enough.
about 2 seconds. That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
They're like armor class 14 or something.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Owie. He's going to be taking 15.
15. Hold on.
Yes.
He's going to uncanny dodge. So he
Down
only
to
be taking about
8.
yeah, 8. Okay. So yeah, you swing the shovel and you bring it down flat on his head this time. And he kind of just you can see his head just kind of sink down into his shoulders and just very painful. The spine right there in the upper spine right there in the neck, you can just imagine how it must have crunched onto itself in that strong blow.
Yeah.
But he's still going. He kind of just like shakes his head for a minute and uh pops his neck real quick, and he's back in the fight. Um, the archers around are still moving into range. This guy is going to make his attack. He just misses. He swings at you, but you deflect it with your shovel. The other archers, now in range, and the guy that had his sword that ran away the first time, now has his bow back out. He also is going to shoot at you. So there's what? 8 of them that are shooting at you. And all the while, you can hear a few of them calling for you to surrender and to turn yourself in. But a lot of them are kind of in the thrill of the hunt, almost like they're hunting a great beast that they're all excited about. Oh wow. None of them hit. All the arrows miss for that one. So
Okay.
the one that is currently engaged with you is going to disengage and run away. So he's moving 30 feet, so you're back by yourself, but they're still all around you.
I go after the one who just ran away.
Just ran away. All right, you're running after him. You engage with him again and you attack.
He is not getting out of this. That is a 20 to hit.
Yes.
And that's another 15 damage.
All right, uncanny dodge.
Down to 8.
Down to 8. Okay. All right, still kicking though. So you hit him. He's able to deflect it a little bit better this time. So he still takes damage, but not as much as he would. Anything else?
Then I do believe my rage ends.
Okay, cool. All right. He is now going to swing at you again. Misses. Another one, a new one this time. You don't recognize him. He's gonna run out and attack you with his sword. He also misses. The others are gonna shoot at you. So there's about 5 that are in.
7
Have it.
or 5.
There's 5
Okay.
right now that have visible line of sight. Still 2
Okay.
more that don't. One of them hits. He gets sneak attack damage.
And Constitution saving throw.
9 damage.
Is that with the applied poison?
Um, I actually forgot about the applied poison. Um,
Okay. So the 17 for my con save.
um, let's see. What was your con saves again? For
Um,
having the damage, is that right?
yeah, so when I succeed on it, it halves the damage for the poison at least.
Oh, right, right, the poison. Yeah, so they've actually stopped using their poison arrows at this point. So
Okay.
they're just
So I
lobbing
said it took 11 damage.
regular arrows. Yes.
Okay, so I'm
Uh,
down to one
one
temporary hit
temporary
point.
hit point.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay,
And
my turn.
yes. So you're now engaged with 2 of them again.
And my rages
One of them
end.
is unharmed. The other one is pretty beat up, and you've still got 7 others shooting at you.
First, as my
8. Oh,
action,
sorry,
I will.
you've got 8 shooting at you. I'm sorry.
Okay. First, as my action, I will use my spell, Healing Word.
Hmm.
So it's 1d4 plus 3 healing. Nice. So that'll be 7 healing. That goes to my total hit point, not my temporary. I'm at 25.
Okay. So 25 total, not temporary.
And 1 temporary still
Yep. So that spell slot is now gone, and you'll get that
for
again after a short
Vic.
rest.
Then for my bonus action, I will use another one of my rages to rage. That's my second rage of the day. And
And
wild magic
how many of those do you have?
4 per day.
4 per day.
Yep.
Like I've been telling Isaac,
Hmm.
once I notice you guys start relying on one
Okay,
specific
Hunter.
thing too much.
This is the only thing barbarians can do is rage and hit stuff
Yeah, but you
at
gotta you
this
gotta
level.
improvise. You gotta
Improvise with,
mix it
okay,
up. You gotta mix it up a little bit.
I hit them with my fist, I guess. Is that much in like if
Uh,
I was, say, a rogue or ranger, I have more options.
uh-huh.
Or a fighter, depending on the subclass.
Right.
Um, but for a barbarian and paladin, because you took kind of the magic out,
Yeah.
all they really have is hit and their main ability, which is rage or
Mm.
divine smite.
It's a little more difficult now, isn't it?
Yep. But so there's two on either side of me.
Yes. Yep.
Um, are one of them lined up with another guy?
What do you mean? Like what, one of the
Like
archers or
as the archers, yeah. Is he is one of them in a line with one of them?
hold on, let's find out. Odd or even? Just pick one.
Even.
No, he's not.
Okay. So neither of them are.
Nope.
Okay. So the one I've been smacking around,
Okay.
this is going towards him.
All right.
Um, he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 19.
Okay, so he does succeed, so he takes half damage, but and he won't be blinded.
Okay. Half damage. So what's that?
Yeah, that will be uh total of 5 damage after the half.
Okay.
So would have taken 10, but now it's taking 5.
And he's not blinded.
He's not blinded.
Okay.
As a brilliant beam of light explodes from my chest into his face.
He's like, and shakes his head and clears his vision a little bit and is like growls and gets back in the fight. All right. Is that your
And for my movement, yeah, I'll take the two opportunity attacks. I
yeah.
sprint away from everybody.
All right. Opportunity attacks. They both hit.
Okay.
2 plus sneak attack. 16.
Down to 8.
Number 8.
So now I am at 18
18.
damage
Yep. And
and 18 hit points.
temporary hit points are gone.
Yes.
So 18 regular. All right. And with that, um, okay, so that was you running away, right?
Hmm.
So you're no longer engaged. It's now our guys' turn. Um, those two, well, the one that you've been smacking around, he is going to hold on a second. I'm got too many numbers written down. He's going to draw his bow and start shooting at you from a distance. The other one is going to keep running at you. So he is going to run, make an attack against you. Natural 20.
Okay.
No sneak attack damage on this one. Make sure I've got the right dice. Yeah. 9. You want that halved?
Yeah, that is halved. So down
All right.
to 5.
So should be,
13.
yep. All right. So you are sitting at 13 hit points. The archers now are going to shoot. I'm going to say 7 of them can have line of sight. And 2 of them hit. And because
Okay.
they have one of their guys with you again, they again get sneak attack damage. One, two, three, four. 24. So half is 12, so you're down to 1 HP.
Yep.
All right. Cool. All right, that is their turn.
We'll use my action and movement to dash, so 60 feet.
Hey, you will get opportunity attack though.
Yep.
All right. That was caught. All right, missed.
Alrighty.
All right, so you dash 30 feet.
I dash 30 feet and then use my movement to go another 30 feet.
60 feet in total. Okay. They're still chasing you. They can see you're getting weak. You're starting to stumble around, bleeding profusely. You've got arrows sticking out of you all over the place. They can tell you're getting ready to go down. So they're gonna follow you. And with a whoop and a holler, they're having a good old time chasing you down. And they can smell that 300 gold pieces that's coming their way. Um, all right, so the archers are, or yeah, I'm gonna have the first guy run. He doesn't get to you yet. He closes the distance though. The archers, just enough range to shoot. So there's what? So I think there's still like two, three, four, five. There's 9 archers and then one guy with a sword chasing you. I'm gonna say 5 of the archers managed to shoot. 2 of them hit. We already know where this is going, but I'm gonna go ahead and just roll the damage anyway. They do not get sneak attack. 6 damage. Okay, you are now down to 0. So, oh, don't do that, Aaron. Don't do that.
Relentless endurance. When you are
Oh,
reduced to 0 hit points, but not killed outright, you drop to 1 hit point instead.
all right. You're still at 1 hit point, so nothing really happened.
Yep.
So you get hit and you go down. You stop. You kind of fall to all fours and you and you spit out some blood. Look up, see that you can just you know you can see um the east road directly ahead of you. You're trying to get to it. You kind of grit your teeth and you get back up and keep on stumbling forward.
Alrighty. I will then do the exact same as what I did last time, and 60 feet.
Okay, so you're now 90 feet away
From,
from them.
yeah.
So if they were to in turn take cunning action, it's a bonus action. They would be able to dash forward. So that would be 60 feet. So now they've closed the distance by 30 feet. So so the archers will still be able to attack. The guy with the sword still cannot. But the archers are going to shoot. I'm going to have 6 of them attack you at this point. It's definitely not. Okay, there we go. They all miss. So you're still good. You're still running.
How close am I, how close am I to the road?
You're on it. You're on it now.
Okay.
You can hear him behind you. He's getting away, and they're kind of, and you hear someone say, "Cut him off on the end." And you're not daring to look back though, so you just keep going.
What is my, okay. I'll use my movement to, run another 30 feet away from them.
Are you staying on the road, or are you getting off? Or are you just crossing it?
Just crossing it, just straight
Okay.
into the woods
Okay.
to get cover.
All right.
And can I use my bonus action to hide or my full action?
Um, I mean, they can still see you, so I think
But
you
like to take like a hide action.
yeah, yeah. there's got to be a way to do disadvantage when you're taking a hide action, right? With stealth.
Seeing as I am, in woods,
hmm But they can still see you, like they still know where you're at. So if you try to hide, they're still gonna know
generally,
generally where you're at. Yeah.
but would that be a bonus action or a full action?
Um, what to hide?
Yeah,
Um,
trying to remember.
I think that would be a full action unless you have a bonus action available that you can use.
I mean, I have a bonus action because I've only
Okay.
sprinted
Yeah,
the
so
30
so
feet.
you can use the hiding for bonus if you want to.
Okay, so then, so I've already crossed over the road and more into the woods. And instead of just going the same direction, I'll use my action, not my bonus action, but my action to then dash to take another 30 feet, but in a different direction than what I was going.
Okay. So you ran
So kind of just
and
across the
then
road into
across
the
the road
woods.
into the woods. Yep.
So I'm like probably like 20 feet into the woods.
Okay.
And then, cut again with my action another 30 feet. But instead of just continuing in a straight line,
hmm Okay.
veer off into the woods
All
and
right.
then use the bonus action for hide.
Okay. Um,
Try and just throw off a little bit.
yeah, I'm still not sure that would completely shield you from their vision because they could
I
still
mean,
see you veer off.
yeah, 60 feet like in dense forest is pretty
Well,
hard
it's
to
it's not
see.
it's not super dense, but um, I'll have you for the feint where you turn, roll deception.
Okay. Not great. 16
16.
because I rolled a 17 minus one.
Minus what?
I rolled a 17 and my deception's minus one, so
Okay.
16.
16. I'm gonna say that uh, mm, mm, that's right there on the line, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man. Uh, oh, do I want you to hide or do I want them to see you? I'm gonna say that um it worked for this. They still know you're in the area and they're still gonna be looking for you.
hmm
But as of right now, they lost sight of you.
So then I'll take the hide act or hide
Yes.
bonus
Yes.
action.
So now you're
Okay,
hiding.
stealth to make it harder.
Okay.
For stealth, that is an 18
18. And then they're gonna have to roll perception
when
because
they
they're looking
search.
for you.
So I'm roughly like I'm 90 feet away from the archers and probably 90 feet away from the other guy.
Yep. Okay, so they rolled perception to try to find you. They're all fanning out, and you hear to be like, "Oh, but find him! Look for signs." And had I not rolled a natural 20 on my perception,
Ah,
I wouldn't do this. But you forgot about the blood trail you're leaving behind. So it takes no problem at all before they are able to find you. However, they see you before you see them. So you think you're still hidden, but they can see you because they've been following the blood trail. So they are going to,
do all of them see me or just
not all of them yet, but I'm going to say three of them can see you. You can't see
okay.
them. So they are going to lob arrows at you with advantage because they see you, you don't see them. So it'd be sneak attack. So I'm going to have the first three. Just a minute here. Now with advantage. Okay. So with advantage, two of them hit you, and you didn't see
Okay.
it coming,
So I go down.
so you go down. Yep. So you're down to 0 hit points. Um, so what happens next? You didn't see it coming. The arrows come and hit you square in the back and just completely put you out. So, for the sake of the story, you are rendered unconscious. You don't have to, I
I
don't,
would be
yep,
unconscious.
yep. You don't have to make any death saving throws. For the sake of the story, because I don't want to kill you, obviously. But they get to you, you're unconscious, you're bleeding out. They come over you, they remove the arrows, they kind of gloat over your emaciated body, and they bind you up. Like, oh, I'll fetch a pretty penny now. And they uh said they tie you up, they start carrying you. They're taking you uh as the wanted poster said, delivered to Reconstructionist Union headquarters, Strattenheim, the boot. So, um, I'm gonna just give this to you logistically. Um, Strattenheim is on an island. The island is called the Boot, and to get to the island, you're headed back to Bentwalk Port. Only difference is you are now stable at 1 hit point, but still unconscious, and uh, bound and tied in the hands of these mercenary bounty hunters, taking you back to where you came from. We're gonna call tonight's
Okay.
session right there. We'll
Alrighty.
pick up again in 2 weeks. Hopefully Isaac will be with us and we'll be able to reunite you guys.
Yeah,
All right. Oh, good session tonight, Aaron.
that
I'm glad.
was.
Even though you're ending up right back in Bentwalk Port, you got out of it for a little while. You got to explore a little bit and learned a little bit of lore for the world and opened up a new realm of possibilities with the red light system. So, like I said, we'll pick up in 2 weeks. Um, we got to get Isaac back with us because we don't want to lose him.
Yeah.
And hopefully, next session, you guys will be reunited and be able to set out again for real this time.